Dry fire is one of those things that trainers, competition shooters, law enforcement, tactical, whatever, everybody that I've really talked to who I respect will advocate for dry fire. However, it's something that is hard to do sometimes. Even if it's just simply committing a small amount of deliberate practice every day, it can be kind of a chore, whether it's an equipment issue, a logistics issue, time, whatever. And that's one of the reasons why I'm excited to review this product today, is because this is a tool that is going to make dry fire easier. This kit is from Mantis and it is called the Blackbeard X. Now, it might look familiar because they have the Blackbeard already on the market, which is basically this magazine, which has a battery pack in it, and then this bolt carrier group. And this bolt carrier group replaces your bolt carrier group and charging handle on a standard AR rifle. Now you can tell mine's all dirty because I've been using it, but what's cool that this now takes the X, and it's their new flagship product, because it has a bunch of gyroscopic sensors in the magazine to actually tell what the magazine is doing, and it communicates via Bluetooth to either your iPad or your phone to really give you more data of what's going on. Now, when I first was looking at this, I'm a big fan, and I've wanted to pick one of these up for a long time, but I had something that worked. And what I had that worked was this right here. And this was way back in the day, guys, when times were good and we all had extra receiver sets laying around, or we had extra parts, or we had old stuff. So I basically took an old rifle and I converted it to a dedicated laser dry fire system. It had its flaws. The reset wasn't always as great. Sometimes it would reset, sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes I'd have to, adjust things or whatever. So it always kind of was a chore, but I really valued dry fire so much so that I made a dedicated rifle. Now, with this, what's even cooler is that it comes with the magazine, which, like I said, is the battery pack, and it has a small little button right here and a little USB charger here. So it comes with a USB cable, which is great. First thing I did was I just basically plugged it in, and then, of course, literature. But if you're like me, you're probably not going to read that, and you're watching videos like this, which, thank you, by the way. And then it comes with the carrier. Now, the other thing that does come in the box is this little hex key. And I can't remember where it was, but one of the little hacks that I would do is basically poke a little hole and stick it right in there, so that way it's always easy to get, because you will use this to zero the laser as you need to. So I've got my AR. I've already removed the charging handle and bolt carrier group just for simplicity, but I'm going to show you how easy this is. Take the Blackbeard, insert it like so gently. Now mine's a little snug once I have the Blackbeard in there, but that's just fine. So now I have the bolt carrier group in there, and I'm going to insert the magazine. And did you hear that? That's basically the battery connecting, and it has a self-resetting mechanism. So check this out. Yeah, the trigger resets every single time for you, and it's your actual trigger, your actual optic. So I like this better because I'm using my complete firearm. This is one of my primary rifles, and I'm using it just in the exact same configuration. Same optic, same light, same ergonomics, same trigger, everything about this. Now, as just a dry fire tool, this is great. I can use this, I can set up my little targets on the wall, my post-it notes, whatever, and every time I press the trigger, I get a nice little green dot, which hopefully you guys can see on camera. That's cool in and of itself. However, because it has the X, we now have that data, so it communicates via Bluetooth to your phone. I have my phone right here, and I have the app running, and I have a target downrange. It's super easy to get it up and running. I'm basically going to turn it on by hitting that little power button, and then I'm going to get that blue light right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit connect. Once it's searching, it's going to tell me it's connected, and now the devices are talking to each other. Now, this first drill we're going to do is a box drill, and basically with my target, I'm going to use the lower left rectangle, right rectangle, top B8, left B8, and it just kind of goes through what the drill is. So we'll start this from my low ready. Not bad. Not bad at all. Basically, it kind of gives you then your scores. So like my best shot was number 3 at a 98. We'll hit stop. And it kind of goes through my average and my delay. Now, what's cool is that as I map out everything, I can see exactly how I came up on target, my rest, how long did I kind of pause to make the shot, and then as I go through from each shot to each shot, and then it kind of will go through the transition, moving from left to right, right to left, all the way through the entire drill. So let's see if we can do a little bit better. Let's do that one more time. We'll do the box drill, and again, we'll maybe start from the high ready this time. So not bad hits, and what's cool is I'm getting that laser indication, and then I have an average of 95 with a score of 3.44 seconds for my total run. And again, I'm able to do this right in my shop. You can do this in your basement, you can do it whatever. And you don't have to think about what drills, you can just kind of run your own thing, you know, basically just have little post-it notes or a target or whatever it might be. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now let's just do some open training. So this is just where I get a chance to just maybe transition on my own. So I'm just going to use the B8 target here from the low ready. And it tells me that that was an 81. I had a little bit maybe of an issue of shouldering the rifle. It kind of gives you a possible cause. And you know, hit looked all right. Let's try that again. Now that was a good hit, but I jerked the trigger because it could see that I was moving. Now it could see, you know, gives me this graph data, and it could see exactly what I was doing as far as, you know, pre-ignition, actually when the shot broke, and what's going on after. So I'm getting real data that I can't dispute, even though I could say like, oh yeah, it felt good, but because we have the sensors here, it's telling me exactly what I was doing. And then here's the other last mode. It's so good, it's telling me exactly what it's doing. So if I wanted to do some pressure as far as really stabilizing the gun, it'll definitely kind of tell me what's going on with this mode. But let's go back and just do a couple other open training drills. It was a little low, and my score, you know, was 93 and 80. So I kind of did a string there, and again, 97, 94, 87, 91, so then it'll kind of give me my average. But let's do another drill. Let's see what the app has in store for us. Let's go back, and we'll do one of the BBX Dynamic Drills because that's pretty cool, and it tells you exactly what it is. So increase speed while maintaining a good score, minimum of 2 shots, and let's go. It was a little low. I went for that low box on my target, an 83 and a 98. So my total time was a 104. Let's try that again. All right, I hit my box high, went up a little too high, and my 121 and an 89.3. Let's reset it. Definitely got my 2 hits. It was a bottom and then a top hit. Score of 94 with an 8.9. So, you know, again, it kind of gives you history as well. So once I hit stop, I can then kind of get the data and compare it. I can keep track of things. I can go under this history tab, and it'll tell me all of my different shots, where they are, you know, what I'm doing. And that, I really like that. I want to make deliberate practice, and I want to journal my performance. I got to admit, this thing is way cooler than I thought it would be. I actually really enjoyed training with it. I've been training with it for the past few days, and I've had a lot of fun. And it is one of those things that none of us do enough. So take a little bit of each day and do some deliberate practice, and now you have a tool to do so safely. What's really cool about it is if you already have a Blackbeard, you can upgrade just the magazine to get that upgrade. You don't have to buy the whole thing all over again. So I thought that was kind of cool that they're trying to make it as retroactive as possible. Now, my final thoughts. What I liked about it is not just a dry fire trainer, which is basically what I had, but now I'm getting data and real information from the app, and I'm getting a variety of drills. So what I really like is I don't have to think about it. I can just open up the app, come to my training area, and then let the app, I could randomly pick a few drills, and then it kind of reminds me of what I need to work on, giving me that real feedback. So I really like this. I'm going to be using this all winter, and I'm probably going to be picking up one of their handgun kits as well because I like the information that I'm getting and I want to loop that back to my handgun skills. For more information, you can check out our webpage. We'll have a link in the description below where you can find more info on pricing, ordering, all that other stuff. If you guys like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. We'd love to have you a part of our community. And if you have any questions about this or dry fire training, whatever, drop a comment in the comment section below, or better yet, send us an email to the email shown on the screen, the QA@gunsandtactics.com. And at the end of the month, our QA series, we have an episode live at the end of the month where I answer your question. If you guys want to support the channel, you can go ahead and hit a super thanks on YouTube, or you can certainly head on over to our Patreon network. We generally appreciate all of the support from our viewers. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day.